Rock Paper Podcast.
This is beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats is a shame, covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guests that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot, could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri, hanging out on Zoom with the Randys. Welcome to the show, everybody.
What's
Hey.
up? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is super cool. I'm excited to meet you all virtually. Hopefully someday soon we can meet in person, but I haven't had the honor yet, but this is cool that we're making this work, and with technology we can sit at our homes and talk to each other. So I guess before we get going too far, you guys want to say hi and introduce yourselves for everybody.
Yeah. I'm Randy, but also known as Kate.
What's up? I'm Kurt. Jason.
And where are you guys right now?
We're in a house.
We actually broke into this rich person's house to film in their sunroom in Vincennes, Indiana.
There you
So,
go.
yeah.
Well, that's I won't tell anybody. You guys' secret is safe with me. So
Thank you. For the people, we want to make sure people we want them to know we want them to have the best. So
We only break into the nicest places.
yeah.
right. So I don't really know much about the Randys. I know a little bit. I know the music. I've been listening to. I know we've got a lot of mutual friends. I think you've all come to St. Louis a few different times and jammed with a bunch of friends of mine. So, as I've definitely seen the name on different event flyers and stuff, but I haven't got to catch a show yet. And so that's what's kind of cool about this for me is I get the chance to just sit down and talk and get to know you all a little better. And I guess not to go super radio on y'all, but where does all this get started for you? When does the Randys become a band?
Well, I think that we all hit rock bottom. I think that's good. We were all just miserably depressed working at this restaurant, and they'd been in a band before, and it went sideways, and I was in theater and it went sideways. So we all showed up and accidentally met. And honestly, at the time when we met, I think we were all just drinking so much. I couldn't even tell you what day we actually met. But yeah, that's where it started. Depression and rock bottom.
Yeah. That's like the perfect recipe for a great rock band.
Thank you.
So I guess and then do you all known each other a long time then before the restaurant, before rock bottom?
He and I are grand brothers, so we've known each other, since birth. Since this.
Yeah. Yeah.
She showed up sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm a little younger,
Like 7 years, something like that.
We've been friends for 7 years now.
That's before the band, because you worked with us before, right?
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was 20, so I when I met you, and you were 30.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
at
almost
least
a
8
decade.
years.
We're almost. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep
Almost
thinking
8
I'm
years.
older, but
Yeah.
My old ass age.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I was like 21 or.
I mean, yeah.
22.
This is from the future, everyone. Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Right. And then I guess what was like some of the initial, as you're forming the group and as things are kind of coming along, what were like, did you have like any ideas of like what you wanted this to sound like, or was it just
completely different? It's like we got like maybe we can drink and play banjos sometime. And that went quickly out the window whenever like no one can play a banjo. They're doing covers too.
Yeah. It was some of the first stuff, because I didn't even play guitar. It was a fluke in the system. I showed up to Jason's house one night to do the party hardy stuff, and I picked up something. Was it a ukulele? No, it was a ukulele, and I made this song about, it was actually, I can't talk about it, but I improv this song, and he was like so drunk, he calls up Kurt, and he was like, hey man, she can really play guitar. We should make a band. And Kurt's like, oh man, thank goodness something decent
Actually,
is happening.
it wasn't the playing. It was like, I was like, she can sing, and she doesn't sound like, she doesn't sound like every girl singer, which I can't stand. It's like, you hear like the Christina Aguilera voice, like that's kind of like what everyone goes for. And some people are like really, really good at it, but like, what does it matter if Christina Aguilera is already out there doing better than everyone else? Like, why all sound the same? Like, so I don't know anyone that sounds like her. And that's kind of what my idea with it was.
Well, I remember Kurt telling me like a couple years later, after I started learning how to play guitar, and after our first initial lineup fell apart, we had two members kind of bail. Because we're kind of awful to be around, but
we actually started as this, then went to 5, and then
we started as 3, grabbed a couple people, a bass player and an extra guitar player. They were like, "We can't handle you 3," and we were like, "Why? What's wrong with us?"
Like everything.
Yeah. But I remember him telling me later, he's like, "Man, I can't believe it. Jason totally wrote me into this because he said you could play guitar and you could not. You were so bad." And so my joke now is I'm an ex-actor playing a musician, but now I've learned how to play all kinds of weird stuff. So there's a will anyway.
Yeah. Well, I imagine having the 3-piece now like makes it life on the road a lot easier as well. Like,
yeah, we can all fit into one tent.
Yeah. We did. Before COVID happened, we went on the Pretty Good October tour, and we were absolutely all sleeping in one tent. And we actually tried to do it at a rest stop once, like back in the brush. And
we did do it.
We did. It worked.
We got caught.
We did get caught. Yeah.
Like, man, you can't do this here. And we're like, we kind of already did.
Yeah.
It's morning anyway.
Oh man, we're sorry. Yeah, we couldn't all fit in one tent with 5 people. So
you couldn't rest at the rest stop?
What'd you say?
So you can't rest at the rest stop?
Not in a tent under a tree.
Starting fires and whatever.
Yeah, camping. Yeah, popping up. Anyway, so we don't have a bass player. Well, technically we do. Here's our bass player, Jason Smith Randy. Here's also our lead guitarist, Jason Smith Randy. So what we do is we pre-record our bass tracks, and every bass player we ever meet, they always come up to us after the show and they're like, "Hey, saw you weren't playing with a bass player." And we're like, "Yeah, well, actually, the Macintosh is our bass player right now." And they're like, "If you need one." And we're like, "Yeah, but if we hire you, we can't all sleep in the tent." So
every bass player that offers that lives like at least an hour and a half away from us.
That is true.
Like that's not like one of the reasons it didn't work out with the last bass player is just scheduling type stuff, So like that probably wasn't going to work either.
Right.
Maybe when we get a bigger tent,
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like if it's working, that's the thing. It's like, it's interesting seeing how different bands are able to pull it off. I mean, whether, I remember seeing this group, and they had their keyboard player was playing. He was, it was a 3-piece, keys, guitar, and drums, and he was playing lead keys and bass lines with the left hand, and just killing it. And I'm like, it's just crazy that he's can do all of that at one time and sang. And I was like, it was really impressive.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Kind of eclipsed everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your keyboard player?
We used to know a band where the keyboard player, like, he was like miles above everybody else in the band. Like, everybody was all right, and he was amazing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
It's also an
it blows my mind. 'Cause I can't play anything. So like then to see somebody that can do multiple things at the same time, like I'm really in awe and jealous.
One of the reasons we don't worry about having a bass player so much, like, I was a bass player for a lot of years, so I know, like, if there's one person we can get rid of, most people won't notice, definitely the bass player.
Except they all do. They all notice now.
All bass players notice it, and then other people are like, that's the real big guitar, right?
Okay, good point. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, only bass players notice that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are in the middle of putting out some brand new music. We just got a couple of new songs out there already this year, and so I thought this would be kind of fun to talk about these. So all of this readily available now wherever you're getting your digital music at. We have Maria. Let's start with that. That's this came out not long ago, right? This what, January? Was that right?
I think February 11th.
February, yeah.
Took advantage of the double ones.
Yeah. What's can you tell me a little bit about Maria?
I wrote it one night while they were leaving practice. Like, I just picked up an acoustic, started playing it, and I wrote probably like four or five verses all together, and they just increasingly got more depressing. We just chopped it down to the first two.
To the most depressing.
Which is
to the most depressing.
It's funny because that's the thing I hear the most is, hey, when are you guys going to write like a third verse for that? When are you going to add the third or fourth verse? I'm like, you don't want this. I promise. You think you do, but you don't.
I think you're bummed out now.
Yeah. So. But yeah, it's a party to play live too. In fact, when we first started playing it, we had this, our buddy Ethan Taze, his mom, it was her favorite because we'd all get up, and it was before I played guitar in the band, so we had the two other members, and we'd get up and we'd play it live, and I'd just be standing there with a trumpet, right? And we'd get to the solo part, and I'd start playing trumpet, except I don't actually know how to play trumpet, so I would go super ham on this trumpet as badly as you can imagine. and it would be this like call and response thing. So he'd play his lead guitar part, and then I'd start trumpeting out. We've since dropped the bit. It got exhausting after a while, but yeah, Maria, you know.
Yeah.
I thought the whole song was funny because like it's really simple, like music wise, it's like really poppy and happy sounding, and then and you know people we've had people like the song before, but then once you put out the lyric video, they're like, oh my god, that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's so awful.
I'm not going to record it like that. It already is.
yeah, it's already done.
Yeah, I do appreciate the like juxtaposition type of stuff like that, like where it's like I've talked about it, used the quote quite a bit, but there's a great line in Robin Hood Men in Tights when he's like, could you just tell me the bad news in a good way? And then he's like,
Yeah.
He wants to kill you. That's terrible news. Why are you laughing?
yeah. So that's what I think about every time. It's just like people tend to, you know, it seems like people are one way or another. They respond to lyrical content, or they respond to, you know, the instrumental and stuff. So it's funny when some people will just catch that instrumental and they think it's like this happier song, and then like you're saying, you're reading along to these lyrics and you realize how messed up this song really is. And so that's I don't know, it's just always interesting to me that when you get into those lyrics like that, because I respond to lyrics, so like I'm always connecting to the stories and stuff like that in songs.
Actually, we shouldn't say it's not even really all that bad. It's just mildly depressing.
Right. No, I mean, it's not, yeah, it's nothing like super bad, but like, yeah, just Maria's an interesting character for sure. Was it any based on any true stories, or just a fabricated character?
All from the ether.
Yeah.
I named my cat after Becky from the second verse, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she is awful. Man, that's the worst cat I've ever met.
Worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, we mean that like she's just naughty, like, and not like in the cute, like, hey, I'm a cat. You know, it's like she's just gross worst. And rude and unfriendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the girl from the second verse. It's really
The disrespect of the gear.
Yeah, she likes to claw at the gear. Like, she's just terrible. Anyway.
Yeah, so we do have the lyric video out there on YouTube, and I think it's on the Facebook page too, right? I think. Yeah,
and on YouTube. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My brain just went, you know.
So check that out and click subscribe, and I think that's what the kids say, right? Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Smash that bell.
Yeah.
Smash.
And you can follow along with the Randys on Facebook and Instagram for more info and more music. And let's talk about Sally, which is your current release. This is just a couple weeks old now, right?
Yep. So I accidentally wrote Sally. It was another one of those like fluke in the you know, whatever. I think it was in the morning. I was sitting at my kitchen counter. Everybody that I lived with was sleeping. So I was being really quiet about it. And I brought it to these cats, and we built it up. And we actually had a friend. His name was Steve Boyer. He actually passed away in 2020, but he used to do sound engineering for like Bob Dylan and Madonna, and he did Eric Clapton live. He did all that, right? And he was super interested in our stuff while he was sick. And we would send him things, and he would say like, "Ooh, I like this one," or "Ooh, I like this one," or "Ooh, I don't like this one." And Sally was actually one that I sent to him, and he was like, "Ooh, I don't know about this one." And I was like, "What do you mean? This one's brilliant, right?" So for a little while, I put it away. I was like, we're not ever going to play this song again. And then one day I was walking up my stairs to go to the restroom, and I start singing the song, and I was like, man, that's a good song. Who wrote that? What is that? And then I was like, oh man, that's mine. That's that one. So we kind of figured it out. We added it into the set and we started playing it live, and it would get like wild responses. People always just loved it when it like went up in the when it did the tempo change, because it's super unexpected. You know, you think you're listening to something that's going to be like sweet and groovy all the way through, and then all of a sudden you're like in this like 50s like ska dancing sort of tune. So that's Sally. She's a good gal, I guess, you know.
Yeah. That yeah, I mean, I do like this also. The like you're saying, let's you know, it's kind of the when it comes around, it's almost like two different songs. You know, it's like really kind of catches you off guard, but it's fun. I can imagine you know, seeing it live, like the response, imagine you know, turns into a dance party, there for a little while, and
then immediately take it away from them.
right,
You know?
yeah, just we're gonna take that back.
Definitely fun for the mixing engineer.
Oh yeah. Oh, a big shout out to Kerry Goodspeed. He's wicked. He's from Indianapolis, and he takes care of us. So we love him a whole bunch.
Yeah, nice. Were you so was this like just happened to happen that way where we have two names as the titles, or
Just bad planning.
We
on
just
it.
don't. Yeah.
Like we have some they're named after characters or people or whatever, but like it's just poor planning and putting them back to back.
right?
Hindsight, you know.
Our buddies that do the podcast, the Bland and Boone Trash Time Hour. Is that how you say it?
Trash Time Radio.
Trash Time Radio Hour. They were saying the other day that, you know, they always pump us super hard, and they were making fun of how we always name our songs after women. So I guess we're gonna have to start naming songs after men. You know,
Right.
with it.
That I had a buddy released an EP, and well, I've actually started as a couple of singles first, but it was like they all started, the first two songs started with some, and it was like, you know, somewhere or someone, I think were the two titles. And I was joking. I mean, the joke came up that like you should just do a whole EP and call it Some Songs, and like where everyone's title was something.
I love that. That's
Someone,
Yeah.
somehow, some way.
Yeah. Awesome idea.
Some
Some
There's some
sausage.
sausage.
Oh man.
Again, you can find Maria and Sally now wherever you're getting your music at, and be sure to add it to your favorite playlist. Speaking of summer sausage, I do like to ask about different road snacks. You know, like if when you guys jump in the van and hit the road, what it's like, what's your go-to when you're stocking up?
Well, we can't answer that truthfully, to be fair.
well, you have one.
Oh, chocolate. Oh, I'm sorry. Chocolate covered almonds. Actually, every time I go anywhere, I always look for chocolate covered peanuts or almonds. That's what I do.
So other than that, I don't think we have a go-to. It's just like whatever's
just
hitting.
whatever.
Like, and whenever we went on tour, or you know, like we'll be ridiculous on tour. Like we'll go to like a grocery store and buy like chicken and make barbecued chicken and stuff.
6 months worth of like
Yeah,
stuff to go out for 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't like to like about the only thing that's poor in our like really
So we don't
not well
like-
thought out is our sleeping arrangements, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day we'll have enough money to actually rent hotel rooms. It's going to be incredible.
Right.
I'll get my own.
But even then, we'd probably get one of the extended stay type places with a stove,
Yeah.
full fridge.
Sounds great.
Yeah, breakfast skillets. All that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a buddy, Gus. We were just discussing about you know, he's traveling more now, and he has a Prius, and he has like the ability to like microwave his own dinners in his car. He has a memory foam laid out to where he can sleep in there. He can keep his car running all night to keep the heat on or air on or whatever. And he has like it whole thing like done up to where he can travel in his car and live out of it for quite a while if he wanted to. And so I don't know. It's pretty impressive. I mean, it might be a little tricky with 3, but like for a solo artist, like, you know, it's a pretty ideal situation when you can hit the road and save some money.
Man, that's a great
I was
idea.
gonna say we took a full-on grill with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That propane double burner grill with a full-size propane tank.
like we had a trailer for all of our music equipment, but like probably a quarter of it was just camping gear because we all like camping anyway. So like we weren't like wanting at any point. I don't think, you know.
No.
Like I think I even like pre-made some meals in like vacuum sealed packages, and then we just like threw them in a skillet and heated them up. Or maybe I'm thinking of a music festival. I don't know.
You are.
Got a bad memory. Well, we could totally do that next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bathing situation is terrible, though.
Actually, it's pretty awesome.
No, we did fine. We just went to what, state parks and
Yeah. Like anyone who says they can't tour on or shower on tour is a liar. Just go stay at a state park and take a shower for free.
They're everywhere.
It's hot.
We stayed with so many because we wouldn't actually stay at the state park. We'd just drive up to where we find the showers, and one of us would pretend like we're looking at a map or something, and the others would run in, bathe real quick. Anyway.
That should be the next tour, the state park tour, or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Good city,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna be it is not hard to find one on the way on a tour. I don't think.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, what do you have any of road moments that you come to mind when you think of like something crazy that's happened out there besides running into state park restrooms and trying to bathe and everything? Any good moments come to mind, you think?
No, we don't really party that much, so like, or at least with other people, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we almost all got roped into like a orgy thing. And we're just like, now we're good.
All right.
So,
Yeah, we went to the state park, yeah. Oh, that was the state park too, that those people were like driving around us, like we thought we were about to get like shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time,
Yeah.
Oh no, we're fierce, I jump on people and then they swing each other around.
Them too.
Yeah, it worked out great.
All right.
I hope it's gonna do too.
Been waiting days for this. Yeah. Anyway. No, we're kind of boring, honestly. Kind of boring.
Yeah.
We took like a handle of liquor out with us for the entirety of the last tour, and I think it was gone like first night.
It was.
It was. So that second day was kind of rough.
We had.
Yeah. We that's also poor planning on our part. I don't drink anymore. I'm sober Kate now. That's what if I had friends, that's what they would call me. But
Yeah. I don't know. Every now and then I'll partake, but I don't know. It's never really been my thing. So, but I do like sampling all kinds of different pizza and food wherever I go. So that's my vice.
That too.
I mean, it is nice, but man, it costs a lot of money when you're out on the road. I think we had like one. I can only remember it going out like one time on the last one. That's for like
there was only that was in Little Rock.
Little Rock,
There was only one meal we went out and spent $400 or $500 on.
Yeah, we spent the whole.
We didn't spend that.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
The steak dinner at the end. We went to like a nice steakhouse. We spent like $300 or $400 just on one meal, but didn't eat out the rest of the time.
You gotta treat yourself every now and then.
Yeah, but we still came back in the black, and that, like hardly anyone does that on tour. But we had, we made enough on all the shows to like cover gas and expenses for everything.
Nice.
Didn't make much money, but we back in the positives and got our name out there a bit. So that was the intention.
We did make friends. That is true. We did make friends.
Especially those orgy people. Real nice people.
Real nice.
I'm not kidding. They are really nice people.
They're the sweet.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
Now we can't name drop because anyway, they're amazing though. If they're listening, we love them. I send there with all the time when I've got friends that are going through that area. I'm like, hey, these people will take care of you. I promise.
Take care.
They will. Stop it. They will. Good people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. What about the day comes along that we were having some laughs before pressing record, talking about some I'm wearing my Razor Ramon shirt and talking Randy Travis Savage, right?
Macho Man Randy Travis.
Yeah. But what if the day comes along, you guys have your own action figure, what would you like to see to be like your 3 accessories to go with your Randy's action figure?
Great question. Abs.
I don't know what
All
else.
three of them.
I don't know if it counts per, but you know.
We'll all have really great abs. Yeah.
The rest will look the same, but
yeah, everything else is normal. Yeah.
I'd be pretty good with if it came with a chair, a beer, and a guitar, I guess.
Yeah.
What about you? A tent?
Just abs in a tent. Shell necklace.
why not?
I probably have different versions of my hair. Like I go through my hair is really unpredictable. I'm like Medusa, right? And so some days it'll lay kind of flat like it is now, and then I'll wash it and it'll get real big and real poofy. So I probably have changeable hair toppings, one is full on big, one is medium big, and then one's just flat and droopy and needs a bath,
Just weighed down by grease.
Yeah, weighed down by grease.
The after show hair?
The after show hair. Yeah, I'm gross. People come up and try to hug me. I'm like, listen, you don't want no part of this. This is not you don't want no part of this, Dewey. Yeah.
Classic. So good. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be the name of the next EP, Weighed Down by Grease, right there. Organic.
You're good at this.
Yeah.
Game is on point.
Figure out where to spell Wade.
What? Oh, Wade?
Yeah. We'll have to do it like Wade Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Wade Baker.
Yeah,
We
actually,
love you.
Wade Baker's the guy who played horns on Maria.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Cool. Yeah, I was, so you mentioned that moment where you used to play the trumpet part. Now, if you're, when you guys are playing it live today, is that also a sample on the Macintosh, or is that,
not really, because we actually mixed 2 versions of that song.
right?
Horn heavy, and one of them had just the horns that we have on tracks, and only the pad style stuff we have on tracks, but all the lead stuff, it's just a guitar lead when we play live.
Okay.
But
yeah,
not the same. They don't work the same way, but yeah.
But it was cool. Obviously, listening to a lot of your catalog. Having thrown in some horns. It's fun to hear some different sounds coming through and on these new recordings.
We are, if anything, extremely eclectic. I think that everything we've ever wanted to write, we're doing it now before we start really doing serious stuff, and it's everything sounds different. Before we get our shit together, we're still climbing up from rock bottom. We're not out of it
It's a
yet.
slippery ladder.
The first song that we ever recorded had violins and saxophones in it and stuff like that, and
super slow.
Yeah, we haven't
slow.
haven't actually released it, and we'd have to redo all that stuff, but we always shot for the moon, and then somewhere along the way it got kind of reined in a little bit what we actually could do,
Yeah, I really liked. I was telling you before we press record. Also, I liked Charlatan. Is that right? Charlatan.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. Just the super bluesy guitar riff in it and stuff. Like that's a lot of my taste. Just I like a lot of blues influenced tunes.
Yeah, we actually have I have a friend who writes plays. They're a playwright, and they wrote this play called Bang Bang Charlie Foxtrot. It was a really bizarre play. It was really good. And she actually asked to use the charlatan at the very end, because I'm not going to say what happens because it's the end, but she had people come up to her after and they're like, that was unreal. That was super upsetting. And that song was perfect for it. So
It was super upsetting.
it was. And that play was intense. Lil Barkowski, it was Lil Barkowski's play. But anyway, it's, we actually wrote it. Kurt wrote the music to that one. And we sat around one day in Jason's house and we were just like trying to improv the lyrics out because we didn't really have an
We did
idea.
that at Kurt's house.
No, we did it at your
On
house.
his front porch. His front porch room.
Yep.
Yeah, we were trying to, like, the only thing we got out of that whole thing is just you got everybody fooled.
Yeah.
Block. And then, like, there was a different idea for it, and then we just couldn't get it off the ground.
Yeah.
And then I think I did the rest of the lyrics, like, after coming back from a music festival.
No, I wrote them on the floor when I was drunk that night. Because originally the lyrics, we were all like going on this theme of we had just all been through these terrible breakups, so it was all like this, like, F you, we hate you too, but it didn't sit
Who
right.
do you think you are?
Yeah, who do you think you are? But then I was drunk one night while the rest of the band was playing through these songs because I used to get really depressed because they'd all play this music and I was just there to sing and play that trumpet like a joke. So I would get super drunk and I would just pass out on the floor and I took Jason's tablet and I wrote a bunch of lyrics while they were doing stuff. And then he was like, hey, I'm going to use some of this and I'm going to use some of this. And this is what we're going to put for the charlatan. And then he filled it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took like it started. You said something about like dancing in the rain or something.
Yeah.
And that's how I changed it to like, did you teach them how to dance when the rain was coming down? And then like, yeah, everything's pretty much about the whole concept, I guess, about festival Jesus.
Yeah.
It's just a charlatan, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Well, that's also out there on the different apps and platforms. So check that out. That's a 2019 release, I think, right?
Yeah, that was on For the Little Birds, I think, right?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
released
the-
four songs total with that one.
Yeah.
Or the others.
All right. What about is there something you think you guys could get into the Guinness Book of World Records for?
Being the heaviest band around.
The heaviest three-piece.
Yeah, the heaviest three-piece.
Not musically, physically.
Yeah. We actually had somebody ask us one time, they wanted to put us on their show or something, and they said, tell us an interesting fact about yourselves. And I think I wrote back, we together weigh over 700 pounds. And they never wrote us back.
Thought about giving them updates though, like when we were all going to the gym for a while, like we actually just cut under 700.
Yeah.
Let's face it, worry about it.
Yeah. But really, I don't know. What's something that we're good at?
Shit, if I was good at something, I wouldn't be in this band.
Yeah, same. Maybe we can aim for like most awkward podcast interviews or something.
How many hard-boiled eggs can somebody eat at once?
Yeah.
Maybe we can get that.
Yes, we could.
Yeah.
We eat a lot of eggs.
I bet somebody's had a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, but are they in a three-piece band?
I guess if you want to start getting real specific on what you're in the book for.
Yeah. Watch out, it's 2023. We're coming for you.
All right. So I have a buddy and fellow podcaster, Matt F. Bosler. You guys know Matt at all?
That's a great name, though.
Yeah. He so here in St. Louis, for the summer of 2019, I think it was, or 2017, I think was first time he did it, whatever the year was, but he did, he played Smooth from Rob Thomas and Santana 10 times in a row. And in 2019 was actually the 20-year anniversary of the song. So he did the show again and he played it 20 times in a row. And he did with a 2-song encore. So he ended up doing it 22 times that night. And he contacted Guinness to ask him about and they said it was too niche of a category that they wouldn't allow it to be a world record for the most times played in smooth. And so.
Yeah, so basically we need to do it and send it in and
I was gonna say, I think my girlfriend would have had it beat anyway. Like just how many times she'll listen to it in a day.
All right.
He asked us to do it.
Yeah, 90s super smash hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he sold out off Broadway, like 300 something people in the club to hear him play the song 20 something times.
That is so wicked. I love that.
Oh, he was listening to it? He was playing it
live
Yeah.
in an encore.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's even better.
He can listen.
I thought you were saying on his podcast he just played it over and over.
No.
Live full band in front of an audience. Yeah.
He can be in our book of world records, all right?
Oh yeah, he's definitely in mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that so shout out to Matt F. Bosler and his Matt F. Bosler's podcast. Definitely go check that out.
We love you, Matt.
Yeah. What would be a dream duet or collaboration you all would like to see for the Randys?
Oh man.
Vince Puzo from Morning Mountain.
Vince.
Yeah. I love that guy.
I think they would complement each other very well on a song.
Yeah, that would be cool.
He's a good dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I've always wanted to meet the cats of Cage the Elephant because they're so bizarre. But collaborating wise, I don't know if that'd work, you know. Other than that, yeah, Vince Puzo, he wins.
Yeah. I haven't heard any new music from Vince in a while, so maybe I think we're due to get him on some new tunes.
He just released a song with a project he's doing in Nashville. I can't remember the name right now. I'm not a name person, but they have a cute music video for it.
Oh.
He's been doing. He's becoming a luthier.
Yeah.
Fancy way to say it.
Yeah, making guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very talented. He's at all kinds of things. So it's cool that he's finding a new way to get creative with building guitars and everything now.
Great too. They look amazing. I love what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I must have missed that song. I'll have to definitely go check that out.
I mean, it's not under Morning Mountain.
Right.
They're a different project. I'll find it for you and send it to you.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Big shout out to Vince also, getting all kinds of shout outs to the orgy people, Matt, Vince.
Yeah, we love the orgy people.
Yeah.
Might be, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
Love all.
Do you all anybody do any celebrity impressions?
This guy is he's so wild. I mean, I can do myself.
Just a parrot.
Yeah.
I can mimic or mock a lot of stuff.
Amazing Jonathan.
That's just how I look.
Sitting there.
Just sit here, the amazing Jonathan. Yeah.
There's a guy.
R.I.P.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like just a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah. Shout out.
Or did?
There's a guy. Have you ever seen the show? I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy who plays Santa Claus. The episode where they're doing an interview, but Santa Claus is now an actor.
Detective Crashmore.
Yes. No, is it?
Huh?
Detective Crashmore is Santa.
Biff Whiff?
Yes, Biff Whiff. Yeah, he does an amazing Biff Whiff.
If you ever meet me in person, you might get it.
Yeah. Just ask him to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that. I'm like the same way. Like I'm able to kind of mimic or repeat some different voices and things, but like I'm not like, I would never say I'm gonna do impressions or anything. I've just never, not really good at like able to like stay in that character and like, to be able to create. I mean, I just can just like repeat lines that I've heard and different things like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much good at mocking people, I guess.
Right.
Is more like, yeah, just carry on as that person for the whole day.
Yeah, that's like I've heard interviews on a podcast where like that Jay Farrow, he used to be on SNL, and he does a lot of different impressions, and like he'll do the whole interview as Eddie Murphy or whatever, and it's like stuff like that, and it's like it's really impressive that you're able to stay in that character and just create like that.
Yeah, because you have to have so much such a larger scope of how they say everything, pretty
Right.
much. Getting the way down of like, it's like the guy who replaced Steve Perry in Journey. Like, one of the reasons that everyone says he sounds just like him is because he pronounces words the exact same way for every song. He's really gone out of his way to sound just like Steve Perry.
Be sure to check out the Randys online, and coming to a town near you, hopefully this summer. We have a couple of dates around. I'll be sure to attach those to the website. But again, thank you all for doing this. This has been super cool, and I hope to meet in person here real soon. And I'm gonna try to come out to Summer Sundown Festival and see you all there, maybe. And
Yes.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, man.
but yeah, it's super cool. I appreciate you doing this, and you guys better get out of there before those people come home. So,
All right. All right. Lights down.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. We'll see you later.